What's going on? I don't know. How we doing?
I'm chilling. I'm wearing a sweatshirt.
Wow.
Fall's
here.
Fall's here, y'all.
All its glory.
I'm picking up mums next week from the PTA and a hay bale. I don't know. A corn stalk? I'm not sure what I ordered. Who knows?
My God. Wow.
I'll find out when I go.
Well,
yeah.
I'm not doing any of those things, but I support you. Also, because, our mom just shows up at your house.
Oh, my God.
Out of nowhere, and you said, I'm picking up mums. I kept thinking it was mom, and I thought, well, she's going to already be there. And then when I realized it was the flowers, she'll also already have mums ready for you at your house. Oh, my God. You should tell mom about the mums.
She did that again this week, where she was like, oh, now I'm here. And I was like, hi!
You gotta tell her, October, she can't just show up in your backyard from the distance.
That is like a horror movie.
Nicole Kidman and the others.
I was thinking more like Michael Myers behind the clothesline.
Horrifying.
Except she's really short, so I know she's not Michael Myers, but
You're like, is that a tree log? No, that's my short mother.
It's just mom.
She's just
waving
so
to me
short.
as I mow my lawn for 4 hours.
Oh my God.
Sisters who've seen it. We are the sisters who've seen it. Sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters. Sisters who've seen it.
Hello.
Hello there.
Welcome back, listeners.
How we doing? What's going on? Are you driving in the desert with lots of dust?
So much dust. We're going to have to talk about driving in the desert in a convertible with dust because I have questions. But I'm going to introduce ourselves, Bridge. So, listeners, we are the Sisters Who've Seen It, the podcast where two sisters who are not movie critics look back on some of our favorites throughout the years through a psychological, ethical, and familial lens. I'm Katie.
I'm Bridget.
Oh, quotes. Oh, are there some? I just want to yell, Louise! or Thelma! I don't know.
Oh my God.
Spoiler alert, the movie we're doing today is Thelma and Louise. And with a and symbol, right? Did I get that right? Or is it the word and? It matters for me. Oh, it's the and symbol.
Sorry, I was trying to look up fun quotes.
Oh, well, this movie is from 1991. Wow, it's rated R? Why?
I
think because of the context, maybe?
There's some grotesque scenes.
Yeah, I suppose.
Wow, I don't know why I can't find, a good go-to line. There's a lot of, dialogue lines.
I don't know.
I'm in deep shit, Jimmy. Deep shit, Arkansas.
Oh, that was Louise, who I related to a lot. What does that say about me?
Wow.
What's my psychological profile? Oh, no.
I'm getting Aries energy. I'm
Damn
getting
it.
fire sign. I'm getting something. Kate, this was a listener pick.
Oh my God, yes. Oh, thank God. Yeah. This was picked by
Laura. We love you, Laura. Laura, I don't know why we've never done this movie yet. This is perfect for us. Two badass ladies hitting up the road, murdering people, stealing stuff.
Fighting the patriarchy in the desert.
I don't love the ending, but I love the mission. Okay? So
I got emotional at the end, and I was like, "Hey, now, do I need a nap? What's happening?"
1991, also 2-hour movie.
Yeah. It was.
I
a
did fall asleep at some point. Not because it wasn't entertaining, but because I was not prepared for a 2-hour movie from 1991.
I know. And I feel like it picked up a lot in the back half of the movie. That was definitely the part of the movie I liked better. Was once they just accepted that they're like, yeah, now we're just vigilantes. And I was like, okay, now I'm in it. Thank you. That's what I needed to get there. Now we're there. I think it's my turn.
Hit it.
Okay.
Everyone, put up your dust shield.
Do you have a one sentence you want to give us?
It's so bad.
Before I give 10,000 sentences.
I don't know what this means, and I didn't spell this wrong, okay?
Wow. All right. 2
resourceful women go on the lam.
Oh, yeah, like running from the police on the lam.
I've never heard of that.
That's a phrase.
Ever.
Really?
Wait, what is
I
it?
Feel like actually we talked about that on the podcast. What did we talk about?
Oh my God.
I swear to God, we've had this exact conversation before. 165 episodes, Bridge. Oh my God. That's like a phrase. Was like,
lam, lummy. Is it an acronym? L for what? A for N? Okay, anyways. Wow. Well, that's it. I thought, I guess that's just the skinned down version. That's,
Yeah.
So take it from there, okay?
Okay. All right. Well, listeners, we have our two main characters, Thelma and Louise. They are their best friends. They're women, I guess, in their 30s.
Yeah.
Maybe. Who knows? Yeah. And the setup is, okay, so Thelma is in a sad marriage that made me sad, and she's fucking married to Christopher McDonald. which by the way, literally just had in the faculty, and I cannot.
He was Geena Davis's ex. And she recommended him. She said, he's so funny, you guys gotta hire him.
Was she like, he's so funny, or was she like, he can be a great asshole?
She's like,
put him in his role as a dick.
Like, stellar move, Geena Davis.
Wow. Okay. I can't get that out of my brain.
Yep.
So that's sad, and Thelma's just kind of like a meek housewife, and she's sad, whatever. But Louise is not married, and we just see that she works at a diner, and she's like, whatever, I live my life, and I have a convertible. And you're like, yeah, Louise, fuck yeah. So she's like, Thelma, we're going on a weekend trip to a cabin place, I don't know, let's do it. And Thelma's like, woo, let's do it. So it's like a fun setup, but then it's not fun, Bridge, because
it's very quickly not fun.
We go to very dark places. There is a rape trigger warning.
I didn't like it.
It's the worst. And Thelma kind of gets so excited about, I guess, I don't know, like doing something that's not a housewife thing, that she gets a little like party time. Excellent. She's like, yeah, let's get drunky. Let's do some line dances at this stupid bar. Let me hang out with this clearly loser man that all the women in this bar are eye-rolling about. That's a good choice, isn't it? And I was like, no, Thelma, no. This is what happens when people like get married when they're so young and they just don't understand, They just don't know.
Well, and she says it at one point in the movie that she's only been with him.
She's like very naive. Yeah. So that guy, what was that guy's name? He sucked. Something with an H.
I don't even remember.
Was not Hal, not Jimmy, not Daryl, not... Who the fuck are these people? Oh, Harlan. Stupid ass. So he's like, wow, you're so drunk? Great. Let's go in this dark parking lot away from your friend, because Louise is like, this guy sucks. And then Thelma's like, come on, let's like hang out, whatever. And so he tries to rape her. And I don't think he doesn't, but he gets very close.
He's very close. It feels
too close for comfort. And the whole time I was like, oh my God, somebody kill him. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
And Louise comes in with the clutch because Thelma brought a gun with her because she was worried about killers.
I don't know.
But thank God we had a gun, I guess. And Louise is like, get the fuck off my friend. And then he does. And then they're kind of like, okay, we're going to leave. But then he's a bitch. He's a little bitch. You know what happens to bitches? They get stitches, Bridge.
But he just died.
You're right. He died. He didn't get any stitches. You can't stitch that up. He gets shot and he dies. And then they're like, shit. So then they speed away. Now they're on the lam, right? Say it with me, everyone. On the lam. Running from the cops.
Okay.
This is the Miss Rachel moment of our show. Yeah. So this kicks off, they're like, what do? We gotta not tell anyone. We gotta go, whatever. So then they gotta get money. And then they meet Brad Pitt. Boy, what the fuck is his name? What is his name? JD. Sure. He's like, I don't know, just like a hitchhiker, which if I said it once, I said it again, guys. No to hitchhiking. No to doing it. No to picking it up. Unless it's Pee-wee. But even still, I would pause.
I don't know about that.
I would pause and think about your choices. So they kind of like get set up with him. Eventually, Thelma like hooks up with him. Louise gets all this money from her boyfriend, Jimmy. Not her brother, Jimmy. A different Jimmy. And then Brad Pitt robs them, and then they're like, now we don't have money. And then Thelma's like, I have a great idea. Let's double on the lamb. I'm gonna rob a place. And it just kind of like keeps escalating from there. Yeah. And they just kind of embrace this vigilante lifestyle. And all of this takes place in, I want to say, like 3 days.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
It's pretty crazy. And then the cops are trying to get him. And one cop is kind of like, I want to help you guys, you know? Like, I don't know, like, I get it a little bit.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. And then, in the end, they are parked in front of a cliff. And Geena Davis looks at Susan Sarandon. And she's like, I don't want to get caught. Let's keep going. And Susan's like, what does that mean? And then Thelma looks ominously at the cliff. And then they drive off the cliff. And then the movie very abruptly ends from there, and you don't see a car exploding. Because that's what that car probably did, guys.
Roger Ebert,
wow.
I always read their take on movies, was so mad at the ending.
Well,
because it just faded.
It was so quick. I was like, oh god, it's over.
He literally was like, this should have got 4 stars. But because of one scene! And then there's a whole paragraph of a rant about the one scene. I was like, okay, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, but then they go from that like abrupt cut to like la la la, let's go through a slideshow of our little road trip that you saw an hour ago, and I was like, I guess, but what? So that's the movie. Thanks. That was fairly short for me.
Really short for you. I'm so impressed.
Thank you. I try.
Every movie we do, Kate, copious notes. I am almost sometimes hurting my fingers and thumbs at how much I type.
Yeah.
This movie, nope. I was really into it, and then after they killed the first dude, I just went with the flow. And I'm gonna need you to help guide me on this one for the details. But I watched it and I was into it, but for whatever reason, I was just not into taking notes. I was like experiencing it.
There was also a lot of like just driving scenes because it's like beautiful scenery and cinematography. Yeah. So you're like, that's nice to look at, but it's not like plot, you know? Yeah. Well, I think it's important to mention that the director of this, which this blows my mind, I never knew this, was Ridley Scott, who we had when we did Alien.
I know. I don't think anyone really, from what I've read for the fun facts, like nobody was that excited about him doing this.
I mean, it just doesn't seem like it would be in his wheelhouse, like this type of movie, but I don't know. I thought it was a good movie, so I guess he did a good job. Oh, and did you peep who the composer was? Because I did.
Capital letters, Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer, you son of a bitch. Thank God you're here. It's not Cool Runnings music, guys.
Wow.
Although there was one scene that got close.
True. This was written by Callie Curry. Am I saying that right?
Sure.
Who, in addition to Thelma and Louise, she wrote for like a bunch of other stuff. That's very like female empowerment.
Oh, that's cool.
Of course, I'm not pulling up right now. Divine Secrets of the Yaya Sisterhood.
Yaya!
Wow. Nothing else that proves what I'm talking about. But the reason I'm bringing her up is she was like, Ridley Scott, I don't know if I like that. And Ridley Scott was like, why am I doing this? So somehow they worked it out.
Yeah, it does.
But I think it was this woman, Callie. This woman, like, Callie kind of like was really running the show.
I do feel like this is one of those movies that if it ever were to be remade, it would probably be a female director. Or you would hope. Because I think that'd be a different take.
Greta Gerwig.
Yeah, girl! Put
Thelma
Barbie
Louise.
in Barbie with Ken. We don't need Ken, but we could get America Ferrera. Just put him in these roles. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I can see it all now. Well, Bridge.
Hans Zimmer starts off aggressive because it's like twang, twang, wang, 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 Desolate Road.
The music, yeah.
All these films do credits in the beginning. You're just warming up.
Long
credits. And then Susan Sarandon is in an aggressive waiter position at a really busy diner and gives unsolicited advice to young women about smoking and then decides to light up a cigarette in the back.
She literally smoked, I want to say, every single scene. I was like, girl, what practice what you preach. Am I right?
Crazy.
Damn. Yeah, those diner outfits were rough. And then when I saw that, I was like, what era is this? But I think it's supposed to be, for 1991, like present day, right?
Oh my God.
I don't know. It was weird, but pretty quickly we also then see Thelma, and I wrote, "Hey, Shooter McGavin." Here we are. And he's a dick right away. And that's the Shooter McGavin I know. So.
Okay, let's just take a step back. Casting-wise, I read that Geena Davis wanted to be Louise. And I think she would have been a better Louise.
Yeah, because I feel like the Louise personality reminded me of, like, how Dottie was in A League of Their Own.
Stoic and serious and very, like, strong moral compass. And, you know, I feel like Susan Sarandon in the past has played kind of like loosey-goosey fun, not so uptight. And so I did think, like, but I really enjoyed Geena Davis's, like, I'm kind of silly and I like to yell and all of a sudden I'll rob a store. Like, you're like, what are you going to get with her? And
Louise, drop!
When we first meet her, she's screaming at the top of her lungs, I got the phone! I was like, whoa. And then she just keeps going in and out of the fridge to bite a chocolate bar. I was like, this woman's all over the place.
She brought the chocolate bar on the trip, by the way, because she was eating it at one point. I was like, I can relate to that.
Wow.
Yeah, I think, like, I don't know if maybe that's why I wasn't as into the first half of the movie.
Okay.
Because I kind of didn't love... She did a good job, but I felt the same. I was like, Geena Davis, I want you to be, like, the Geena Davis I know. Yeah, I want you to be, like, tough, like, you know, fuck the police
has that
type
look
person.
To her.
Yeah.
But she gets tough at the end, and it's, like, a really cool arc. She gets, like, tougher than than we all were ready for. I think I got a knack for this, Louise.
So basically, and basically the whole setup is like, Louise is like, Thelma, did you ask your husband? And I was like, again, what era is this? Oh, it's present day. But she never does. She just leaves him a note in the microwave. Is that the best spot for a note? Maybe. I'm not sure.
I feel like it's so funny because she kept trying to tell him and he kept getting more angry at her. She's like, Daryl! And he's like, what? She's like, what do you want for dinner tonight? And he's like, why do you keep asking me? She's like, Daryl.
Oh my God, I hated it.
What do you think of the moon?
Louise at one point is like, he's not your father, Thelma. He's your husband. And I was like, ew, I hate all of this. Like, so can we leave Shooter McGavin? Thankfully, we do pretty quickly.
Oh my God. And he makes a regional manager. He's a regional manager of a rug company. And he, like, talks about how amazing he is. And that's why, Thelma, you don't get it. Because I'm the leader. I'm regional manager. You're not regional manager material.
Wait, and was he, like, cheating on her? Was that a subplot?
Yeah.
Okay, because he, like, wasn't home. It was very Candyman, where I was like, oh, her one phone call, and you're not answering the phone at 4 a.m.? Wow.
Katie is aggressively shaking her head as she says that.
You know?
But she kind of alluded to it before she left. She was like, I don't know why you always gotta be out late on a Friday night. And he's like, you don't understand what it's like to be a regional manager. I was like, that's a red flag.
Red flags all around with these men. So they get in, this is Louise's car. She's got a cool car. It's like a green T-Bird. Sure.
I know this because James is obsessed with his old Thunderbird. And, spoiler, most of the passwords that he uses is a T-Bird, something with lots of other stuff. But like, because of that, we always end up talking about it, and I'm like, oh my God, anytime I see a T-Bird, I always think of it. In this movie, it's pretty epic looking car.
Wait, and then I think it's another reason why I was like, are we in the 90s? Where I'm lost. Somebody help me, I'm lost in time. Because like, that was an older car, and I don't know, like, I know people have older cars and it's whatever, but they never, like, addressed it. It just was like, anyway, that's my car. It's normal. Not a talking point. And I was like, but should we talk about it? Like, is it...
It might have been the 60s.
Really?
People are asking the same question. No one seems to know.
That's like Juno, where you're kind of like, I don't know what era this is supposed to be.
That's kind of funny. I never thought about that, because I just thought, oh, the movie's old.
Yeah.
So I didn't, like, also then date...
Well, and they do have phones, because there are phone calls. They're only landlines, though. No cell phones, like nothing like that. But there was fingerprinting and DNA evidence. So, like, that made me think it was present day 90s.
Wow.
I don't know. Also, Geena Davis is, like, so worried. She keeps referencing she's worried about psycho killers. And I was like, but that's you on the inside.
Let's also set the scene.
Okay.
So the whole spiel is like, they both have kind of like meh lives with meh lovers, and they just want to get away for the weekend because Louise has a friend that has a cabin. Right. Now, we were in the desert the whole time, so okay, a random cabin.
Sure.
But she's like, oh, my friend's cabin's going to be open. It's going to be like a bunch of us. And basically, before they even get there is when all these shenanigans happen. And I thought, are your friends like, hey, where are you guys? Like, we never even like address them, you know?
Yeah. Well, I think she had to go meet people to pick up the keys, and then she's like, we ain't going.
Okay.
Like, Thelma Louise.
But I thought, like, okay, they're just having a little girls' trip. A little break.
I know,
a little, you know, R&R, if you will.
The girls, if only it was a non-murderous girls' trip. So Thelma's like, let's pull over at this bar. And Louise is like, nah, Thelma, we gotta get there soon. Thelma's like, come on, Louise. And then Louise is like, all right, Thelma, just for you. But they pull over Bridge at just the place that I personally wouldn't choose to stop, which is a very rowdy, I don't know, I guess it was like a truck stop bar.
Cowboy bar.
Yeah, which, I don't know, maybe that's the only type of, like, there's no Arby's, right? I don't know. So that's where we're gonna go. And red flag number one about this asshole character Harlan is he literally comes up like 1 second after they sit at their table. He's like, hi, ladies. Fancy seeing you here. And I was like, abso-fucking-lutely not. I would be Louise. Louise is smoking a cigarette and she puffs smoke in his face.
I love her sass.
If I was a smoker, I would do that in that moment because what the fuck? And he's just a lot. And then Louise is like, can you get the fuck out of here, sir? And then he's like, I will, but I'm going to stand over there and look at you. And I was like, there's billions of red flags. It's a red flag city. My God.
Well, and it was kind of funny because, like, Louise was like, come on, Thelma, come on the trip, come on the trip, come on the trip. And then finally, Thelma's like, well, Louise, I'm here, let me have my fun. So I think Louise kept being like, all right, I gotta, like, she kept second-guessing her, like
gut reaction.
Her gut reaction. She's like, okay, I gotta chill. I finally got Thelma on the trip. Like, all right, maybe she's right. Let's have a little fun. Like, it is a girls' trip after all. Hand me a margarita. And then, boy, things just went downhill from there.
Yeah, because then it turns into, like, dance time, which I'm like, fine. Dance time's fucking fine. Louise danced with a scrub, which I'm not happy about. She could have done way better.
Are you, like, identifying too much with Louise that you're like, whoa.
Like, this is a bunch of bullshit. Where's the hot dude for Louise? Come on, guys.
For real.
Oh, yeah, but, yeah, Thelma just gets, I guess she gets drunk. I did wonder if she got roofied.
Well, she takes,
I don't know.
She asked for a turkey. What's that called?
Wild turkey. Isn't that whiskey?
Yes. Have you ever had one of those?
Absolutely not. Nope.
Ugh.
That's enough for me, dog.
She takes, I think, 2 or 3 shots.
Yeah.
And chugs soda. And then his only dance move is to spin her.
The twirling. Oh.
I was like, no wonder she wants to throw up.
It felt purposeful.
She was like, get me off the ride. Get me off the ride. I can't. Oh my God.
Like that fucking scene from the Sandlot with the children. Yeah, so, and then Louise is like, all right, we're gonna go. Let me go to the bathroom. And then we're leaving. And then that's when the guy's like, this is my cue for rape. Here we go. Let's go in the dark parking lot. And I fucking hated it.
It's a big trigger warning because it shows her underwear. It shows him grabbing at it. It's
and like
very
physical. Like he's hitting her. Like
yeah, it was very graphic. And I thought today there'd be like more of a warning.
That's why I wonder if this was remade and it was a woman director. I think that scene would have been shot like really different.
Yeah.
To like not make you.
It's also, I mean, she pukes and then she even says to him, she's like, don't touch me, I just puked. And he's like, come on, baby, what do you think? And she's like, I'm married. He's like, me too. I'm like,
yeah, I was like, oh, I hate everyone.
But Louise, seriously, this is the dream you want. You want your bestie to show up and to be like, get the fuck off of her, which it's kind of de-escalated, right? Like he leaves, he name calls, and then like Louise loses it, Kate. She kind of like something inside her like loses.
It's some dumb line that again, us as women have all probably heard 10 billion times, which doesn't mean it's okay, but it was like something like you're a bitch or suck my dick or
well, she
blah,
was like
blah.
apologize, and then I think he said like suck my dick or something, and then I think she just shoots him in the heart.
She fucking shoots him, and I was like, you know what? I approve. If I was the judge, I'd be like, she's free. She's all good, everyone. Don't worry.
Thelma, I wanted to bring up the fact that throughout the movie, there's this, like, Louise being like, don't talk about Texas. You don't bring up Texas. And then Thelma at one point was like, did you get raped in Texas? She's like, don't bring it up. But, like, her reaction was so, I thought, a little intense, too.
Yeah.
It was a done situation that I was like, I wish we almost knew that, because that tracks.
Yeah, because it never gets, like, confirmed.
They don't.
We
they
can
don't
just
confirm it.
assume that's what it is.
Yeah.
Based on reactions. But Bridge, again, like, I also vehemently don't ever want to step foot in the state of Texas ever. It's actually, like, a fear. So,
but if you were fleeing from the cops on the lam, if you will, the state of Texas is really, really wide to go around. I'd be like, let's make an exception to flee to Mexico.
Knowing me, I would definitely hold the map the wrong way.
You'd be
or
like,
something.
are we
And I'd be like,
Spain?
how did we get to Montana from New Mexico?
Katie.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, so then now here's where I thought Thelma was right. Thelma's like, so what are we doing? We gotta call the police. And Louise is like, shut up, Thelma! I was like, oh, God.
Wait, you thought they should have called the police? I didn't.
Well, I mean, a part of me thought, like, they're right. Nobody would believe them. She was drunk dancing with the guy.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. I mean, would you really have, like, not called the police? Really?
I don't know. In movie world, I'm like, no, I would do all these things. But in real life, I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
I think because here's the thing, like from like a rape kit standpoint, they could see she was punched. They could see that her underwear was like messed with and her dress was ripped. They could see these like physical things and like, you know, document them, so to speak. And so I think timing is important, which they bring up later. But I get it. I mean, is she going to be believed? No. I mean, I agree with that. I just think, I don't know.
I liked how they like brought that conversation up.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, I think it's still relevant today that, you know, victims, especially women, usually are not believed, and it's bullshit.
Yeah, but this is the moment that you're like, oh, now you're like murderers on the run. And they both just like, their heads explode, because they're both like, what do we do now?
Wait, I do have a funny line now that I'm looking at my notes. So, first of all, Louise shoots him, and my notes go, kill him! Hell yeah! And then, he's dead, and Louise, like, walks up closer to, like, see that he's dead, and she goes, you watch your fucking mouth, asshole. I was like, yeah, bitch! Woo! You tell that dead corpse. You remind him.
She is so intense.
He's not gonna remember.
Wow, Louise.
Anyway, so now we're speeding away, which, it does bring attention on you guys, right? Be a little slower with the driving. I don't know. I've never been on the lam, but what do I know? And this is where we get Harvey Keitel, who is the main, like, cop. Oh my god, this was, like, such a weird character for him. I was like, wait, you're not, like, scary?
He's like, where's Dolores from Sister Act?
I know, it's like,
I'm a secret undercover cop because I really own casinos and sleep with Dolores, but I'm trying to get the
Dolores. I know, I was like, are you gonna shoot me in the back room? But no, he was, like, a really nice cop, and it was jarring for me.
I gotta say, this is a little like white woman washed, because you had a empathetic cop where I'm like, if they were another race, would we be so sweet? You know, like, it seems... I felt like he was like, girls, I'm on your side. I believe you. I'm like, wait, what are you doing? Are you chasing the murderers to arrest them? Are they your, like, secret aunties? You know, like, I couldn't keep up with his vibe, but he was a weird character, I think.
Yeah, because he did, like, defend them a lot, which I was like, cool, but yeah, it was a little out of nowhere. Also, the waitress at the bar, like, he's interviewing the waitress, and she's like, they didn't kill him. Like, this guy sucked. Like, whatever.
Loved it.
Just, like, move on. And I was like, yeah, thank you, lady. That's the lady we want on our side. Am I right?
I gotta tell you, I'm sure once we get there we'll talk more about it, but I kind of wanted them to continue being vigilantes and then just like end up in Mexico.
That would have been better.
And everyone's like, we don't care. That guy raped a lot of women. Like, we don't care. Maybe you should give the store back back their money because, like, that was mean. But other than that, you know, it was kind of like Monster, you know? It was like everyone else really, like, deserved it besides the robbing of the store, I'd say.
It also reminded me of the movie Teeth, which I know you've never seen.
I just heard of it. Ew.
But it's all about female empowerment and fighting the patriarchy. Anyway, okay, so now they're like, shit, we can't go to this cabin. I don't know. I thought they could have gone to the cabin, but I guess they couldn't go to the cabin. So now they're just like going to random motels, and Louise just keeps being like, I gotta figure out what to do. I gotta think about it.
Oh, man.
Like, Louise, you better think faster, because there's like 8 scenes of you saying you need to think.
Well, and you can tell that she's like, I'm the smart one, so oh shit. You know, like, I don't know if Louise is gonna figure this one out, you know?
Well, and so then this is where Thelma, she tries to call Daryl. He's not home. It's like 4 a.m. or some bullshit. And you're like, okay, that's dumb. And then we meet Brad Pitt, who is hitchhiking at a gas station. There's a lot of dusty gas stations in this movie.
So dusty.
It's just so the dustiest of dusts, am I right?
So dusty.
And he's like, hi there, Thelma. Can I hop in your car? And she's like, I don't think Louise will let you. And I was like, again, I am Louise. I have listened to the podcast. I've watched the CSI true crime documentaries. I've seen the X-Files. Absolutely not. We're not taking a hitchhiker. Get out of here.
So God. I feel like they were both right about him.
Yeah.
In a way. Because, like, Louise gets her money stolen. So she's like, I shouldn't have trusted him. But then Thelma gets laid. And Thelma's like, see? I kind of, like, needed that. I needed a win.
Yeah.
Which I honestly thought, no offense, if I almost got raped, like, 12 hours later, I don't know if I'm into having sex with anybody for a long time.
Yeah, I don't either.
But she just got after it, so I guess empowerment? I'm confused. But who cares? I don't know, you know? Whatever.
Wait, so is that only the second guy ever that that Thelma has?
Yes!
Oh no! Wait, that's the saddest ending! That makes the ending sadder then!
Now, Brad Pitt is super hot and young and fun, and, like, they had a great time, and I was, like, happy for her, but I also thought, like, you just had, like, a super traumatic experience, you know?
Yeah.
But this is, you know, the 90s. We don't deal with feelings.
We don't. And they don't take him right away. Louise is like, absolutely not. We're speeding away. Zoom, zoom. But then they see him later, which I'm like, how small is this, whatever state we're in? Arkansas?
They're not getting far. That T-Bird is not getting far.
Where are we? You know, the dust, I can't. I get dust in my lawnmower and it craps out in 1 minute, and you're telling me this car's been driving through 8,000 deserts and life is good? I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know cars, but I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, so they pick him up and then they go to this motel. Or it is a motel, and they're going there because Louise had called her boyfriend something character Jimmy and was like, Jimmy, I need all my money and you gotta send it and tell me where to pick it up, and I can't tell you why. And Jimmy's like, I will do it.
Now Jimmy is a super famous person too, Michael Madsen.
Yeah, so he was in Kill Bill too. He's Bill's brother, Bud.
Yep.
I think is the character's name. Yeah.
He kind of always plays these like outsider kind of tough like, guy jerks,
stoic faces. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Reservoir Dogs, Kill Bill.
Yeah, Tarantino.
He's in
movies.
like Donnie Brasco. He's in like all these things. The only time he was somewhat nice was in Free Willy.
Free Willy!
Dad.
What a great movie! That's also from 1993, I believe. Am I right about that?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes.
I knew it. How did I know?
Okay.
I'm sorry. Okay. So this is where they go to this motel, and she's like, I'm here to pick up money. And they're like, we don't have any money. And then literally, this was a fucking Bob scene. I'm sorry. Literally, in the corner is the biggest newspaper that's ever been printed, covering an entire body of a man. And he's like, I got your money. And like, swoops it down, and she's like, Jimmy, what are you doing here? I was like, what the fuck? Were you just waiting there? Were you just sitting there with your newspaper like that for hours, just waiting? Come on, guys. No.
Awkward. Now, Jimmy and Louise's vibe is like, Thelma's like, he's never gonna marry you, never gonna take you seriously, blah, blah, blah. And Louise is like, yeah, I know, he's a bum. Yeah. But you could tell Louise, like, loves him, you know? And Louise is like, kind of, like, he's a soft spot for her.
I mean,
she shares some details. Yeah, but she shares about, you know, going to Mexico, and then he rats on her.
No, that's what Brad Pitt's character did.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Jimmy doesn't rat.
But does Brad Pitt talk, or did Jimmy talk?
Brad Pitt talked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But we don't trust Jimmy.
Well, Jimmy gets, like, angry for no reason, and I was like, ew, I don't like this. Is this going to another dark place? But then very quickly it was like, just kidding, let's get engaged. And I was like, whoa, my neck hurts from the whiplash, but sure.
Yikes.
And then everyone just bones in their motel rooms, and that's fun, I suppose. Not fun that Brad Pitt's character is like, yeah, my parole officer is going to be real mad that I'm hitchhiking, and Thelma immediately didn't, like, kick him out. She was like, tell me more. Interesting.
She was like, sounds exciting.
Wow, you rob banks? I love it. Like, I was like, oh god, these are some women I know. I don't like it.
I do feel like
don't react like that.
That was a bad influence for Thelma, because she does begin to rob a place pretty quickly.
Well, and she does it the exact same way that he, like, acts out, and I don't know, it worked. So
it's amazing.
I guess that's cool, but I hated how he robbed them, and oh lord, everything's crazy. But then the next morning, Louise is like, bye, Jimmy, let's make out in the diner. And he's like, bye, I love you. And then they just leave. And then Thelma's like, I got laid. And then Louise is like,
she was so excited. Yeah.
I wrote, she got tricked by the dick. Classic. Happens to the best of us.
This was kind of a cute girl moment, because she was like, Thelma, I'm so happy for you. Your husband sucks, and I'm glad you finally got a new dick, and
yeah,
you didn't have to think about getting raped, and things are looking up for you, Thelma. And it was 3 seconds of girly time.
Yep.
And then she's like, where's the money?
Oh my fucking god. Not good. Yeah, they get fucking robbed. And now Louise is sad, and this is where Thelma starts to kind of, like, buck up a little bit, and Thelma becomes, I don't know, I feel like she became a little tougher.
Oh, yeah.
And was like, let's go. Keep it moving. We're on the move. Here we are.
Well, because Louise, like, breaks down. Louise is like
real upset.
She's like, oh, I don't know what to do. And then it's funny. That's what happens in, like, any friendship, partnership. Like, you can't both be drastically sad at the same time. It's like nature to be like, okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
And so, Thelma, she got tough, Kate. She toughened right up.
Thelma's like, criminal. Thelma's like, pull over to this gas station. And then this is where she's like, Louise, drive! I'm the bank! Or the gas station. I was like, what the fuck?
And Louise was like, what the fuck?
Right before this, all of the police go to Thelma's house. They go to her husband, Daryl, Christopher McDonald.
And
they're literally like,
so good.
Now we're gonna live here in case she calls, which is that police protocol? I don't really know.
Very poltergeist, very poltergeist.
Yeah, just everybody move in, I suppose. And so they literally, like, after the robbery, they're watching the footage of her robbing it, and oh my god, I laughed so hard. I thought it was so funny.
Daryl's face is amazing.
Yeah, because he was like, my wife would never be involved with that stuff, and then she's like, all right, everyone, this is a robbery.
He was like, gun. That bitch is crazy.
So awesome. Oh my god.
She was also very polite.
She is.
At all times. She was like, thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm so sorry I have to do this. Well, everyone, let's just all behave. All right. Goodbye. Thank you. Have a nice day. Appreciate the cooperation.
She goes, this will be a fun story to tell your friends. That's what she says. And I was like, I guess
it's true.
That's the bright side of all of this. But wow. Okay. So they do that, and then they get away. And then the police, somehow they're able to get Brad Pitt, I guess because he's just fucking hitchhiking around. And this is where they talk with him. And Harvey Keitel is like, you robbed those women, and it's your fault that they're robbing places now. And I was like, I think it is, but also who knows, I don't know.
But also that's not how it works.
Yeah.
You can't be like, just because you murdered someone, we're only going to deal with the motive, and not that you murdered someone. It's like, unless legally they're like being forced to rob it, they weren't. So they're in trouble.
It's bad. And now they're just driving. It's a lot of driving. They're tough. They keep seeing this gross truck driver that I was like, this man needs to be arrested. Like,
ew, and those like, what are those like tire pads? What are those things called?
Mud flaps, I want to say.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
They had a picture of like a lady on them.
Gross.
I feel like that still exists today.
It does. does. I think it does. I think that whole truck driver culture is still exactly like that.
Ew.
Again, I'm never going to Texas.
But they don't.
We're in Texas, but
they don't really mess with him. They just kind of move on, and they're just like, let's leave him alone. And then eventually they get him.
They do. I do want to just point out this was a really funny scene. Luis is like, all right, Thelma, like, it's been a little bit. I want you to call Daryl and
oh my god,
see, if so anything's weird, you're gonna hang up, and that's how we'll know the cops are there. And the cops beforehand were like, all right, Daryl, when your wife calls, just make sure you're super nice. And he like pauses and is like, yeah, right. Just like,
well, they also were like, just be normal. Nice.
Yeah, be normal and nice.
Just like, how you normally are, just nice. Friendly. We gotta figure out where they are.
Oh my god. And she literally calls and he's like, hi there, Thelma. She just fucking hangs up on him. It's like, they know. They're there. And it's like amazing.
If any of my friends with terrible husbands wants to do a Thelma and Louise, I will ask work for a 2-week vacation. And I will be their buddies.
Go buy a convertible, yeah.
I will help out. I will not do any of the crimes. I will simply be oblivious to it, and I will return to my life when it's done. But it sounds really fun, Kate, because as time went on, they just got to be really free from the shackles of their bullshit lives.
Well, and I'm sorry to reference it, guys. It really gave me Crossroad vibes. All right, we got.
I thought you were gonna say Degrassi.
No, well, I did have Degrassi vibes, but I held back because it was
God.
an equivalent rape episode. Okay,
boy.
But like Britney Spears just could have been in the back seat with them. Honestly, I believe it. I believe it.
She would have lightened the mood, right?
She would have been like, guys, instead of Robin, why don't I go sing karaoke at the bar? And then they would have been like, no, Britney, we're gonna rob this place.
She'd be like, I know your life sucks, but my mom hates me and doesn't actually want me to exist. Maybe you should stop robbing and murdering people.
Yeah, I know you almost got raped, but like, my mom's Kim Cattrall, and like, life is hard. Like,
oh my god.
I could see it all now. But, you know, again, it's just a lot of driving, and then they do have a point where they get pulled over. And this is an escalation.
Shit gets real here.
It gets fucking real because the cop is like, ma'am, get out of the vehicle. He tells her to sit in the front seat. I don't believe that's police protocol, but sure. And then literally Thelma's like, all right, now I'm gonna hold you at gunpoint and we're gonna fuck up your car and throw you in the trunk. Bye.
Thelma gets so intense.
Damn.
She goes, Louise, take his gun. Oh. Shoot the radio.
Oh my God.
She shoots the actual car radio. She goes, the police radio, Louise.
I would have shot the radio. I would have shut the music.
I'm Louise.
Radio.
I'm like, I don't know what we're doing. And then she traps him in the trunk of the car, steals all his stuff, puts like shots so he has air holes, and throws the keys into the desert and is like, see ya fucking later.
Fucking badass. No, I wouldn't have thought of any of those steps. I might have thought to shoot the tires and take his gun, but like, that's about it. And then I would have panicked.
I don't.
Yeah, so then they get away and you're like, wow, more felonies. This is so fun. And this is where, Bridge, now we see the truck driver again.
Oh God, bad time.
One more time.
And he doesn't stop, does he?
He's like, you want a bone? And they're like, totally. And I'm like, what? It's the middle of the day, sir. What? In the desert? What? Is this what people do? Because they don't. What do you mean?
It's so gross. It's so gross.
It's gross. And they immediately just start giving him like a scolding. And they're like, you're gross. And you should not talk to women like that. And what's your fucking problem? Are you going to apologize?
He was such a gaslighter too.
He was like, bitch.
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
Not me.
What? And then he was laughing. He's like, you guys are silly. What? It's like, sir.
I love the part where Thelma was like, and you keep doing this to your crotch. What does that mean, sir? What does it mean? I was like,
does that mean, is that my head giving you a blowjob, sir?
It's so ridiculous. So he's a little bitch, and they hold him at gunpoint, and then I don't know who shoots first. I almost feel like it's Thelma. Shoots out his tires.
Loved it.
And you're like, that's awesome. Now he's stranded. Like, LOL, that's so funny. But then they blow up the truck.
I don't think they realized what was in the truck.
We have a Michael Bay explosion of the truck.
Michael Bay wishes it was that epic.
Damn.
It was so badass. They both were like, damn. And then he loses it. And then they just do circles around him. Just insult to injury. The dust, the smoke.
Get him dusty. Get him fucking dusty, you know? He doesn't have a truck anymore, so he's gonna get dusty anyway.
Crazy.
Now, this is really the big climax because the police have caught up to them.
Ooh.
And, there's also another kind of Bob scene where there is a black man, which is relevant because I felt like this was a little racist because he was like listening to Rasta music and smoking a joint while Olympic biking. Who does that? Nobody does that, guys.
I don't know what was happening for that scene.
Was this a setup to Cool Runnings? Because
I have no idea. And I was like, why is this man biking in the middle of the desert?
How did you get here? And why are you smoking via biking? Why can't you smoke when you pause your biking? What do you mean? But he lets the cop out, and then I guess this is what kind of gets all the other cops to at least know where they are, and it just becomes a big cop chase.
It's pretty fun. It is action fun. Adventure.
You get to see a lot of cool driving. They are going through it's the desert mostly, but then they go through someone's backyard, and then they go under this little bridge, and then they're going around this big rock formation, and blah blah blah, and then they almost drive off the Grand Canyon accidentally.
Okay. Side tangent, where they shot a lot of this was Utah.
Wow!
And they shot it near Arches National Park, and I just went there last winter.
Oh my god! Little Thelma.
And it kind of gives you these Roadrunner vibes, which I felt like it was really wide open, really dusty, and then the distance are these funky rock shapes.
Yeah.
And so they basically were we're at the Grand Canyon, Louise, Thelma, and I remember being but I thought you were headed to Mexico. I was just I don't know where you started in Arkansas. Where are we?
I can't help. I can't help at all with it.
I was
I don't know.
Oh, Utah. Got it.
But I think they were supposed to be in New Mexico.
I think
because it was New Mexican cops.
That's true. That's true.
So even though, is it Grand Canyon in New Mexico?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm confused now too.
But this was a very funny scene because they're kind of wow, it's so beautiful. They take a pause, and then literally their view gets obscured by a fucking helicopter. I'm sorry, a helicopter. Everybody relax, okay?
The Grand Canyon's in Arizona, but let's continue.
Jesus Christ.
So the helicopter of Harvey Keitel that's I believe women.
Believe women.
Chop,
I voted for Hillary Clinton.
I'm you were the only cop of your kind. What's happening?
You're gonna get fired immediately after this scene.
Here's the thing. Long movie. I took a nap and put it back on. But I also felt when we got to this part, I was but we're just getting to the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see them win. I want to see them flee the cops because you really understood. I believe I don't naturally have these things in me. But if I was put in certain circumstances and also circumstances that led me to that, I think I'd get into some fucking Thelma Louise trouble.
Yeah.
And so you could relate to them and you're wow, they really are finally free.
Yeah.
Living life, no rules, no nothing, and being vigilantes in the best way that I was sad when it was over.
Yeah.
A lot of criminals, when they get caught, you're well, it was about fucking time, you know?
Right. And I had mixed feelings because it is kind of by definition, as there is intent, this kind of fits into their completing suicide.
Yeah.
But I also then was but I like how you both were we don't want to just give in. But I just, like you said, I wish there was another way. This is what I wish. I wish when they flew off the Grand Canyon, it was Goofy movie, and we landed in a river below. And there could have been a waterfall. I'll take it, but I know they have a fishing pole. And they could have done the perfect cast and just recreated that whole scene. And, that would have been great, you guys.
Wait, and what if the final scene, they, wake up from, the river car crash waterfall, and they look at each other, and they're yeah! They both realize they're alive, and the movie just ends.
That would be amazing. That would have been great. Because you just see them fly off. And like I said before, you don't see, if they crash, you don't see anything. They're holding hands. And then it just ends so fast. It's over. My God. Yeah. The remake, if there's a remake, there needs to be a change to that, I think.
Yeah.
Something.
Just...
Maybe Harvey Keitel gets in the helicopter and rescues them from the air.
He, like, Batman grappling hook catches
it. Just with the car. Yeah. Maybe aliens come in. There's so many possibilities.
And they all end up in Mexico.
As
like an awesome throuple.
Oh my God.
That's a beautiful ending.
That'd be so cute. I like that.
He gets his new identities as the throuple.
I love it. I want it. I want it right here. We're going to start a GoFundMe for that, guys. So be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for that one. Yep.
Wow.
Well, Bridge, what do you think? Would you watch or don't watch?
You definitely need to watch, but you need to realize it is long. Like, it's longer than I expected, but it's iconic. And also, be prepared. There's some intense scenes.
Yeah, lots of trigger warnings.
You?
I agree. I think it's a good movie. I don't know if I'm watching it on the reg, but I'm glad I've seen it before.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you again to Laura.
How'd we do? Give us a review.
Recommender. Yeah, Laura, let us know what you think or why you love this movie, because, it's super fun. All right, Bridge.
Oh.
Now.
Oh, God.
It's my turn for the
No more Dusty?
pick. No more Dusty shit.
All the Dusty's gone.
Maybe there's dust. Actually, I think there might be.
Wow.
Okay. All right. So first of all, listeners, next month is October. So when the next episodes come out, it will be October. And you know what that means? Spoopy, scary skeletons. It's spoopy month.
Yeah.
And I have 2 movies that I have in my brain.
Wow.
2 movies. I think they're both just so fun. But I don't know which one to pick. So I'm gonna have you help me pick.
Wow. This is fun. Choose your own adventure.
It is a choose your own adventure, but only Bridget chooses the adventure. Guys? Wow. All right. So, one movie is from 1984. So one is an 80s movie. The other is from 1998.
Whoa. 84.
Wow. Okay. You don't want to hear anything else?
Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, keep going.
No, I mean, we could just... You just want 80s?
I just feel like I haven't hit up all the classics and you're gonna make me do a horror. So, I should just hit up the classics.
Well, you're in luck, Bridge, because this is not a horror movie. Oh. This is classified as an action comedy fantasy.
Oh.
It's got a lot of iconic actors. We have done movies with some of these actors already. It is rated PG. Oh. Very, very iconic movie. In fact, I believe we have... You might know what movie this is when I reference this. We have a home video of a family friend when they were a child in a costume coming out to this theme song. What movie is it? Ghostbusters! Wow. We're gonna do Ghostbusters from 1984.
Where our dad tied an invisible string to the car and pulled it.
They really were modern day, low budget filmmakers back then.
They really were.
I gotta say.
They just had to embrace it. Whoa!
The editing, the scripts, I can't. This is 3 parapsychologists forced out of their university funding set up shop as a unique ghost removal service in New York City, attracting frightened yet skeptical customers. Wow. It's the movie where there's 4 Ghostbusters, but the black guy gets ignored. 80s. Wow.
80s. Try harder, be better. Let's do it.
Hooray! Yes. Yeah. So we got
wow. This isn't scary, Kate. Okay.
Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, Sigourney Weaver, girl. Oh my God, Rick Moranis, Ernie Hudson.
But I do feel like Vigo's kind of scary.
Vigo's in the second one, Bridge.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
We're not doing that one, but you can watch it on your own after.
Is this a listener pick or no?
No.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Unless, no, I don't think anyone's recommended this one.
Wow.
My pick. Yeah.
I'm ready. Ghostbusters.
Yes. Kick us up for the spoops. 80s spoops. I have a funny story about this movie from college that I'll tell next week.
Wow. I'm ready for it.
All right.
Wow.
Well, Bridge.
Yeah.
I just want to say.
Yeah. Louise, yes?
We were, I'm Louise, you're Thelma. If we were on the lam, and you were like, I just want to go have some fun at a bar, I would stop somewhere, but I would vet the area. I would look up reviews. I would, ask around, and I would make sure, we're in a booth away from people.
Yes.
Because, that's what we do. I know that was before they were on the lam, but that's good practice everywhere.
Kate, I
do that for you.
Maybe what we could do on the lam, thank you for that, by the way.
Yeah.
Is maybe we could go to all the terrible bars and then just write scathing Yelp reviews.
Oh.
To warn future potential people. And that's how we're vigilantes.
To be like,
the internet.
You might get raped by this guy. So, listen to the waitress,
And I think you're the most epic writer of all time.
Wow.
If you do not read Katie's take on our movies for each episode, you are missing out.
Episode description.
It is so freaking funny. And I feel like we could do that, but with Yelp reviews about some random town in Arkansas.
Well, we could.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
For you, Kate, I would get the notepad. I'd be like Harriet the Spy. I'd help facilitate everything for
not
you.
A Harriet the Spy reference, my heart. Wow. And listeners, if you also love, just not putting up with the shit, a red flag's waving in my face, I'm going to slap it away, right?
Yes.
If that's you. And if you think that there was a lot of dust, very dusty, they should have maybe put the hood up a little more.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there sunscreen? What's the skincare routine? I'm not sure. And if you think that at the end of the movie, they should have survived via Goofy Movie or Harvey Keitel grappling hook them.
We want to hear
and
it.
then they became a throuple and lived in Mexico. If you think all that, you should write us a review.
Hey!
We love reviews. We love written reviews. You can review us on Apple Podcasts, along with some other podcasting apps. We also have a website, sisterswhoseenit.com. On our website, you can request a movie. So this movie, Thelma Louise, was requested by Laura. Laura went on the website. She filled out the form. She wrote us a nice little note. And that could be you, listeners. So I said it once. I'll say it again. We got Spoopy Month. I need the spoops. It can be scary. It can be silly. It could be aliens. It could be whatever. It could have a pumpkin in it. I don't know. Put it on there because I'm ready. All right. And Bridge, what else can they do on our website?
Buy us coffee,
Woo!
which is money. And then Thelma would not have to rob the store.
She won't. She really won't. We'll have money. Yeah.
Also, you could buy merchandise if you want to look like Thelma and Louise, which they had epic outfits.
Yes.
Epic outfits.
Yeah. I could see Thelma wearing the Mrs. Difficulty shirt.
Oh my god, I really feel that.
Iconic. And,
but check it out. It's fun. It's silly. It's badass. Go buy it. Do it.
Yes, so check all that out, listeners. And we hope to hear from you. All right. Well, we'll see y'all next week for Ghostbusters. When something strange
in
in
neighborhood.
We can call
Ghostbusters.
I'm gonna have to find that home video and rewatch that. Oh my god, that was a time.
I love you. Bye-bye.
I love you.
I love you. Bye-bye. Bye, Louise.
Bye, Thelma.
Bye-bye. Thelma. See ya.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Sisters Who've Seen It. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Check out our website at sisterswhoseenit.com, where you can email us, request movies to be reviewed, and keep up to date with all things sisters. Also, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. See you next week.